So in our code, we use a method and we use a function. How do we know when to use one or when to use the other? Well, you should know that methods are tied to their objects. So every object has its own methods. So this is a multiplication method. So multiplication makes sense for float objects and integer objects, but it wouldn't make sense for string objects, which we would learn later. On the other hand, a print function, it makes sense on float objects such as the antipode latitude, and it also makes sense for integer objects. It also makes sense for string objects. Therefore, those who developed Python thought of leaving things like prints as loose methods. We can call them functions. So it's not tied to a particular object, but you can put whatever objects you like, whatever types of objects you like in functions. And where do we get a list of these functions? So to get a list of methods of an object, you used dir float, dir int to get the methods of integers, and so on. If you want to get all those functions that are loose, then you want to use dir underscore underscore built-ins underscore underscore and close the parentheses. Execute, and these are all the functions that you can use directly in Python. Among them, you'll find the print function. Functions are in alphabetic order, so go to P and you'll find print there. Well, there are also some functions which are both methods and functions, but for simplicity, they do the same things. We'll talk about that later. But it's important to know that they do the same thing, and the designers of Python thought of having both versions so that they give you freedom to use whatever you like. So either the method or the function that do that particular thing. More about that later. For now, we know that we have methods and functions. And that's about this video.